No, I think they did it upright.
Oh, yeah.
I
I thought it was pretty cool.
You guys are live, just
I thought it was
FYI.
pretty cool though. They were wrapping off the furnishings. I go,
She's
I just
saying
saw that thing and all that.
earlier, she was talking about,
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Live on video, do you want, I'll turn my son.
and then something.
Maria?
We're live, we're good.
But
We ready?
according to, we'll talk
Um,
about it later. We're on live now.
It was a
Rock and roll.
good light.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Troy City Council. This is a special finance meeting. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I want to be like, yeah, I've been talking about it. Thanks. 12 years of management experience. Yeah.
Ready.
Councilmember Keel,
Present.
Councilmember Brosnan,
Present.
Councilmember Spain McLaren,
Present.
Councilmember Vera,
Present.
Councilmember Soriento,
Here.
Councilmembers Casey,
Present.
and Council President Steele also present. We are all here. At this point in the agenda, we have a public forum in which any member of the public may address the council. Is there a problem? No, okay. Any member of the council may address, any member of the public may address the council. Does anyone wish to speak on any agenda item at this time? Seeing none, we'll move on to our agenda. We have 3 ordinances and 2 resolutions. Ordinance 31, ordinance authorizing settlement of claim to wit Karen Waltz versus the City of Troy, New York, Supreme Court of the State of New York, County of Rensselaer, index number 2018-260461. Council President Steele, Councilmember Casey, at the request of the administration. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Councilmember Brosnan, second.
Second.
Councilmember Vera. Discussion on the ordinance.
Council President,
Councilman Vera.
I was just wondering if Corporation Council could walk us through both settlements on the agenda this evening. We can do one at a time, I suppose.
Got it. There.
So the ordinance 31, Waltz versus City of Troy is a case that we've been litigating for about 7 years. It involved a trip and fall under the Green Island Bridge over a clean out pipe that the state had installed there originally. The plaintiff's theory was that the city placed pavers around the clean out pipe that invited people to walk there. And had a duty to guard or to otherwise protect the claimant from tripping over this rather obvious hazard. In fact, there were two clean out pipes there. It is, I'm recommending the settlement because I think it resolves all, it is about $25,000 more than I valued the case in terms of the plaintiff's contributory negligence and all, but it came about as a result of a mediation wherein the plaintiff had demanded $275,000 in that mediation. They would demand more damages at trial. I just think it's appropriate because there are risks in the litigation that the jury might not accept our defenses, that we had no control over the site. There will be evidence of our after the accident control that has all been rebuilt. It was rebuilt by the city pursuant to the seawall project. So it's not one I'm happy about. You don't see very many settlements from me in these types of personal injury cases that are for that amount of money, but this one is a bit extraordinary. So I am recommending it.
The funding for the settlement, do we have that on hand? Is that?
So
was that budgeted?
the funding will probably come from the insurance reserve
Okay.
account, which is really for this type of payment. And there is sufficient funds in there to do that.
I suppose the only other question I have then is, has any action been taken to correct?
The defect?
Yeah,
The
Yeah.
defect, the pipes have been covered over.
covered
and,
over. Excellent.
As a result of the seawall construction, that whole area under the Green Island Bridge is completely different now.
Oh, this happened prior to the seawall project.
Yes, this happened in 2017. I thought I had involved you when you were city engineer.
You did, and I couldn't remember, I didn't remember the timing. I do recall that we had a use and occupancy permit, or we thought we had one. And
That's correct.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
correct.
Thank you. No other questions.
Any other questions? Is the insurance reserve the same as judgment and claims, or is that a separate?
I think those are separate accounts in KVS. I don't quite understand our accounting system fully as much as I've been involved with it.
I'm getting a nod from Gabrielle, so I guess your answer was correct.
They are separate.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, seeing no other comments or discussion items, all in favor of ordinance 31?
Aye.
Opposed? 7 ayes, 0 noes. Ordinance 32, ordinance authorizing settlement of claim to wit Samuel Gleason versus City of Troy et al., Supreme Court of the State of New York, County of Rensselaer, Index EF 2021-370632. Council President Steele, Councilmember Casey, at the request of the administration. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Councilmember Brosnan,
Second.
second by Councilmember Spain McLaren. Discussion on the ordinance.
Council President?
Councilmember Rivera.
The same question as before. Could you just give us a brief overview?
Sure. This claim involved a stop by a City of Troy police officer stopped a vehicle that was driving, well, actually it had struck a parked vehicle, and they stopped the vehicle. They found that the driver was intoxicated. Mr. Gleason was a passenger in the vehicle. So he has no memory of the stop or of the subsequent events. But what happened was our officers testified that he did not seem so intoxicated that he needed physical assistance. They helped him charge his phone. They gave him, and he told them that he was calling an Uber to leave the scene because he could not, they arrested the driver, obviously. And so they left the scene. More than an hour later, he was on the Menands Bridge walking and was struck by a vehicle while he was walking in Route 378. There is case law in New York for basically when you render aid to a person who needs assistance, you can't leave them worse off than they were before. I think that we would certainly prevail at trial in this matter. I'm not sure we would prevail as on a summary judgment motion because I have outside counsel in this case. I know it's going to cost more than $5,000 to try the case. It's probably going to cost more than $5,000 to do the motion. And so what I've offered them in this case is what I consider nuisance value. And I think it's a wide move for the city.
Thank you.
Any other questions from council members? Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ordinance is adopted 7-0. Ordinance 33, ordinance amending the 2025 Special Revenue Fund budget to accept and appropriate funds from the Rensselaer County Department of Health for the purpose of administering the lead rental registry program. Council President Steele, Councilmember Casey, at the request of the administration. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Councilmember Soriento with a second by Councilmember Brosnan. Discussion on the ordinance.
Council President,
Councilmember Soriento.
so this ordinance is very important and I do want to express my gratitude on this. And thank the county executive and his team for their continued partnership with the city. The funding from the county health department is an important investment and it reflects the strong partnership and collaboration between the county and the city. So I do appreciate this. And I'm hoping that we get this passed today. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions? I have a few. I'm not sure who's answering on this matter. So what's going to be involved from the city's perspective? Will we be hiring inspectors for this or will they be county people?
I can answer. I mean, unless.
Gabrielle was going to answer the budget transfer. So what we can do is hit 33 and then Reso 79, the actual partnership with the county.
It's
So
all,
Mitch Elder's here and Carlo. So Carlo, why don't you give an overview of the program? If Rich needs to plot it from here and there, but it is a state program. It's mandated. The county receives the funds. The city is partnering with the county to do the lead paint inspections. So the funds are coming directly from the county. We will actually be doing the inspections. It'll be not only a great partnership, but an opportunity for us to dovetail some of our other programs like the landlord registry and some other programs. But I'll let Carlo get into it with Rich plopping in and then any financial Gabrielle plopping.
Jesus. Yes, there is 3 positions for code officers and 1 for rental registry. That person will be in the office doing the paperwork. As of right now, we had hired, we hired 1 code officer already about, I want to say about 4 months ago. He's going through the code training right now. We are doing interviews for the other 3 positions. And we do have positions available at the human resources for people to apply. So.
and this is, how long is the grant for?
So right now, this grant is for 5 years. So we are committed. This is year 2 of the 5-year grant. And then the state can decide whether to extend the program after that.
So this is really a state-funded program passing through the county to the city.
Yes, this was based off of a law that was passed as part of the governor's budget of 2024. And the law goes into effect effective November 3rd of this year.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions?
Council President.
Councilman Vera.
So the, this might be for Carlos. So the 403,000, that's an annual budget.
Yes, it's a budget that is broken down, I believe, in your guys' packet for
Yeah.
salaries.
Yeah, we
and-
did.
and
Yeah.
Yes, it is. It's for the code officers, for vehicles, for office supplies.
So 3 code officers, one of which has already been hired. And then you said was that housing compliance clerk?
Yes, housing, well, it's a registry clerk.
Is that in addition to the
So there's
housing
four-
compliance clerk that the department already has? Is that
That
that's
one is,
4 additional positions?
yes, 4
Okay.
additional positions, yep. And as you notice we're going on, I guess the funding starts in April. And this is year 2. So, but the program really hasn't taken off because it doesn't kick off till November. So we've been slowly with the county meeting every month, coming up with a program. So now we're getting to the point where we have to fully hire.
Excellent. Thank you.
And this is, just to clarify, this is fully funded. There's no city dollars involved with this program, correct?
No, nope.
And can you expand on how this will help boost the landlord registry?
So it's going to help. So I know that over the years, you guys talked about an ROP program. This will be a start of a basis of it. So every landlord within 3 years will have to, anybody has a building before 1980 will have to register their building on a state website, register, do inspections through us, and everybody's going to be a code official. So they will be certified code officials. So when they do their inspections, they'll also be able to notice other problems with the property as well. So it's kind of working with code enforcement and accounting on doing both the lead and code inspections.
Do we have the software capability to
Yes.
keep up with this and maintain it?
Yep.
Great. Any other questions, comments? Thank you all. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ordinance is adopted unanimously. Ordinance 79, or resolution 79, authorizing the mayor to enter into an agreement with Rensselaer County for prevention of childhood lead poisoning through implementation of a lead rental registry and proactive inspections to identify lead hazards. Council President Steele, Councilmember Casey, at the request of the administration. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Councilmember Brosnan with a second by Councilmember Keel. Discussion?
Council President.
Councilmember.
So this is also a very important resolution. It is a vital step forward. With partnering with the county to prevent the childhood lead poisoning through the proactive inspections. So just want to say, out in public that I am grateful for the county's commitment to our shared mission of keeping Troy's family and children safe.
Thank you. Anyone else want to comment? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution is adopted unanimously. Resolution 80, resolution appointing a commissioner of deeds for the city of Troy. Council President Steele, Councilmember Casey. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Councilmember Keel with a second by Councilmember Brosnan. Discussion on the resolution? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution 80 is adopted unanimously. I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Councilmember Soriento, second.
Second.
Councilmember Vera. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned.
I smoked, I haven't cooked a chicken.
Yes.
We have to like gas things, so I chicken. I did it with smoke. But, when I worked out there.
Yeah. I tried. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Right?
What's that?
Where is that from? You seen that there?
Yeah.
Oh, is it? Oh, I thought it was. We did something. We were so.
Yeah, we went on a cruise.
Did we want to over? Those private. Oh, you think that?
There you go.
Yeah.
Remember I was singing in the Navy? Boy, you must have had one too many that night.
Okay.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Troy City Council. This is our July meeting. Please join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Keel,
Present.
Councilmember Brazen,
Here.
Councilmember Spain McLaren, Councilmember Vera,
Present.
Councilmember Soriento.
Here.
Councilmember Casey,
Present.
Council President Steele,
Present.
all are present.
Thank you. This evening, at this point of our meeting, we have what's called good news. And it's a time for us to celebrate citizens of Troy and some of their outstanding endeavors. And so at this time, I'd like to invite the Safford family forward, and we will, as a council, also go forward.
So welcome, Stafford family. So on April 30th, there was a fire on the corner of Middleburg and 11th Street. It happened around dismissal time at school. And I was there with the after school program, and from the bridge of our school, we were watching the smoke come out. We were watching the firefighters, the Troy firefighters, with the hoses. They were knocking out windows. They were up on the roof. Thankfully, no one was hurt in the fire. What I didn't find out until a little bit later, because someone is so very humble about it, is that our beloved Miss Mary from school 2 actually ran into the fire because she knew that one of our families lived there. Thankfully, they weren't home, and Miss Mary made it out safely. But I felt like we needed to recognize her heroism. I think I just wanted to say a little bit about her from what I know. I know she's been there longer than I have. But I think the term lunch lady does not adequately describe what she does. She loves all of our kids. She makes sure they're fed. She knows them well enough to know that, this one can't have milk. That one likes chocolate milk with his lunch. If a tray gets dropped, they get their food. They make sure that kids who are late get their breakfast. She loves all of our kids like her own, and students and staff alike love our Miss Mary. And so I just want to thank you on behalf of the City Council for your bravery. You are, the epitome of what a good neighbor and a good community member would do.
And I don't think the Troy Fire Department would encourage people to run into burning buildings. However, we appreciate your efforts in making sure that that family was safe. So I'd like to present you with a certificate of appreciation, signed by our council president, Sue Steele, with all of the city council on it. And it's proudly awarded to Mary Safford by the Troy City Council in appreciation for bravely going into a house engulfed in flames to rescue a school two family. Thank you.
Thank you, men and
I didn't know there were 2 men and 6 cats, I think, on the Bristol. They didn't know.
Oh, my goodness. Well, that's more than I knew. Thank you for making sure that we knew that. Thank you.
Also saying the whole thing, but she after for like 2 days she didn't know. That's because
No, oh, did she smell like the smoke?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
it really wasn't. And the kind of funny thing is she was trying to cover and make the smoke not be in, but the bottom of her shirt was open, so she couldn't really
Keep
cover
it, yeah,
so.
keep it away. You're right. Wow. Out of the mouth. That's what I was gonna say. Yep, yep.
Put everybody at that I could.
Yeah, I think that's how we knew.
Thank you.
Also the school 2 cameras caught it on video.
Oh, I didn't know that either. Wow. I need to come to you for information. Yeah, right, right.
Everybody sing it out.
All the time, all the time.
I don't go to after.
I know, but all your buddies do, so you like to come in and give them hugs, right? Yeah,
You were
I know, I know.
Okay, what did you for here? Look at a picture. That's okay with you? Please. They're still married. I'm married 36. Oh, wow. Yeah. My first. She was my first wedding. Yeah. I'm sure we should. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, I was like, I had to just. I had to like, let that sink in, process that for, then, yeah, but no, I know it.
Yeah.
At this point, we have the public forum for anyone who wishes to address the council on any agenda item. Is there anyone in the audience that wishes to speak on any agenda item? Seeing none, we'll move ahead. Ordinances. Ordinance 31.
Ordinance 31, ordinance authorizing settlement of claim to Wick Karen Waltz versus City of Troy. New York Supreme Court of the State of New York, County of Rensselaer, index number 2018-260461. Council President Steele, Councilmember Casey at the request of the administration.
Is there a motion?
Motion.
Councilmember Brosnan, second.
Second.
Councilman Vera. Discussion on the ordinance. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
7 ayes, 0 noes. Ordinance 31 passes.
I just would note that all of these items were just discussed at length during our special finance meeting, so we probably will be breezing through this at this point in time. Ordinance 32.
Ordinance 32, ordinance authorizing settlement of claim to Whit Samuel Gleason versus City of Troy and Dahl, Supreme Court of the State of New York, County of Rensselaer, index number EF 2021-270632. Council President Steele, Councilmember Casey at the request of the administration.
Is there a motion?
Motion.
Councilman Brosnan,
Second.
second by Councilman Member Spain McLaren. Discussion on the ordinance. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Seven ayes, 0 nos. Ordinance 32 passes.
Ordinance 33.
Ordinance 33, ordinance amending the 2025 Special Revenue Fund budget to accept and appropriate funds from Rensselaer County Department of Health for the purpose of administering the lead rental registry program. Council President Seal, Councilmember Casey at the request of the administration.
Is there a motion?
Motion.
Councilmember Brosnan,
Second.
second by Councilmember Keel. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Seven ayes, 0 nos. Ordinance 33 passes.
Resolutions, Resolution 79.
Resolution 79, resolution authorizing the mayor to enter into an agreement with Rensselaer County for prevention of childhood lead poisoning through implementation of a lead rental registry and proactive inspections to identify lead hazards. Council President Seal, Councilmember Casey at the request of the administration.
Is there a motion?
Motion.
There was a tie on that one. I'm not sure. I think I'll give it to Councilmember Keel with a second by Councilmember Brosnan. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Seven ayes, 0 nos. Resolution 79 passes.
Resolution 80.
Resolution 80, resolution appointing a commissioner of deeds for the city of Troy. Council President Seal, Councilmember Casey at the request of the administration.
Is there a motion?
Motion.
Councilmember Brosnan, second.
Second.
Councilmember Spain McLaren. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Seven ayes, 0 nos. Resolution 80 passes.
At this point of the evening, we have a public forum for any item. Does not necessarily have to be on our agenda, just anything that any member of the public would like to share. This is the time to do it. Is there anyone who wishes to speak to the council? Please come forward. Is the mic on, sir?
Yeah.
Not done.
Good evening, council members. It's nice to see you again. My name is Frankie and I'm a resident of Troy. I was unable to attend last month's meeting to address Councilmember Keel's no vote on the city's Pride Month resolution, so I'm here tonight to offer my comments on that. When asked by the media about his opposition to the Pride Month resolution, Councilmember Keel infamously said he didn't believe in the whole agenda. By that, I presume Mr. Keel was referring to the dreaded and feared homosexual agenda from many decades ago, manufactured by the likes of Jimmy Swaggart, Jerry Falwell, Jim Baker, Pat Robertson, and a host of other men who claimed moral superiority over the rest of us, while often privately engaging in a multitude of inappropriate and sometimes illegal behavior themselves. I remember the deep fear that those men cultivated about the ominous gay agenda. I can clearly recall the brazen discrimination and mistreatment of LGBTQ people, myself included. I remember well how the self-proclaimed moral majority repeatedly demonized and marginalized perfectly decent people. The LGBTQ community is certainly not the first to experience this kind of abuse, but we also won't be the last if we do nothing to challenge it, which is why I made a point to be here this evening. I believe it's important to publicly express my disapproval of your opposition to a Pride Month proclamation, Councilmember Keel. The fact that you lack the capacity to simply acknowledge and affirm upstanding people within your own district demonstrates that you are unfit to act as their government representative. And I noted with keen interest that you exclaimed diversity after your no vote on the Pride resolution last month. You seemed gleeful that you had somehow turned the tables on all your detractors by suggesting that your opinion on LGBTQ pride constitutes diversity of thought, when in fact it's simply outdated fringe thinking that no longer makes sense in our modern world. Our society doesn't demand unified thought, but decent people do insist on upholding certain principles, such as respect, justice, and the freedom to live authentically and affirm oneself. Your archaic way of thinking about the LGBTQ+ community doesn't align with any of that. It's no longer relevant, nor are you, sir. Your days of wielding privilege, sanctimonious power over the vibrant and diverse residents of Troy are wearing thin and growing shorter. I wanted to tell you that directly because your smugness on this issue suggests that you don't even know it. You don't seem to realize just how offensive or out of touch your anti-LGBTQ stance is in today's world. You're stuck fearing the agenda of a segment of your constituency while they're busy making Troy a better place to live. Positive contributions, pretty benign stuff, nothing scary there. But that's the agenda you continue to vote against. So I guess the smartest thing District 1 voters can do is to vote for someone other than you in the upcoming city council election. And I will definitely be urging them to do just that. In closing, I'd like to thank all of the other council members for your ongoing, unwavering support of Troy's LGBTQ+ community. It's respected, valued, and appreciated by many. Thank you.
Thank you, Frankie. Does anyone else wish to address the council during this public forum that is open to any topic? Seeing none, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Councilmember Spain McLaren, seconded by Councilmember Soriento. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We're adjourned.